Shop, sell. Actually, don't sell them. In case we need to, in case we need them. Thanks to the restriction placed on everything about the army, nothing has gone right. When I think about the price of getting things in stock, I feel like my business is going to dry up. This guy's in a rather foul mood. No kidding, airliner flights have been cancelled and the Eisen Road has been blockaded off. I'm sure it's not doing wonders for these merchants' businesses either. I'm assuming it's gross. It's a grocer. Okay. Let's see. Now, who is having a sale today? Where's my memo? I know I've got it written down somewhere. Let's see. Now, what to do about today's side dish? Should I try making something with meat or should I try something with fish? My pal Buck has started raising prices on his goods, but in light of the situation, I guess I can understand why. Although some of his prices seems a bit too high. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. What? What is she doing here? She does... What? Did she not see me just now?
周りに夢中で全然聞こえてないみたいだよ。
She can't even hear me? Are you serious?
本当にたくさんのものを売ってますね。キョロキョロしすぎて首が痛く。
Okay, this is hilarious. Can I help you find something? My medicine can take care of almost any kind of ailment. So you sell medicine, huh? There seems to be almost anything one could ever want here in the post market. That's for sure. The sheer amount of stuff for sale is pretty overwhelming. Yeah, that's fine. Good day and welcome. Hey there, you two. I have a look at my goods. I have everything you need. What the? So loud, my ears, they bleed. Well, this place is alive and bustling, like everyone says. I wonder if it's like this all day. It is. People from all corners of Liberal gather here to grow their businesses, and their eagerness and zeal to succeed is nothing to be balked at. Tentatively speaking, I'm an employee here at this store. I help out my mother. I'm not playing around, just in case you're wondering. This one's quite a catch. I hope he's talking about that one thing, like the plates. Good day to you and welcome. I carry everything from antique books to textile and daily necessities. Man, would you look at all this stuff? Mr. Rhinan's general store is a lot of stuff, but this one carries even more than he does. It's pretty easy to see exactly why this store is here in the market. I stock a lot of important goods from the Empire and the Republic, so I'm pretty confident about my selection. The book I'm after isn't here. Maybe I should try checking at another shop. We already have Cornelia Chapter 2, we just read it. But we don't have Cornelia Chapter 1 though. Libel News Issue 2. As I stood there, upright in front of the revolving doors, scuffing the heels of my boot against the ground, pulling slightly in the collar of my trench coat, I dropped my chin and gazed at my partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking, double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special order, steel-reinforced boots, both of which, at first glance, appeared to be the most common of common apparel. Yet they were in fact much more than the naked eye could detect. My ordinary average appearance, it was of just as much importance today as it had been on any other day in times past. Not far off, the sounds of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum. swinging back and forth as the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly on the cobblestone avenue, enveloped in tinged silver by the morning mists. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but as soon as the hawking cry faded away, it would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City, I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the same somber tone of grey. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mira into the left hand poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle, the magazine I read so often that even the ink bleeds, were familiar. Roughly flipping open its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of its monochrome pages. Then suddenly my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters, that sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of that life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot and for a time remained fixated. Ein Selnet. The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text until it all seemed to coalesce into a single blush of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past, and then slowly started to run in reverse. Heading for that fateful event 3 years prior when this name was first introduced to me. It was an afternoon all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one, where the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly threading over to Mick Imperial Factory. It was on this day that it had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Mick, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab, middle-aged man, I, being the Orbman enthusiast I'd found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down the dank alleyway and passing through a partially rotted wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbital light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below street level. I first began receiving jobs from Mick about the time when dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days' War. It was during this period that relations between the liberal kingdom and the empire were at their worst, and the importation of armaments had become almost non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Mick made me out to be his accomplice in crime, for the job which I had received by his hand was none other than that of the courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time, I met him in a juvie devoid of any connections in life besides, I naturally jumped at the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. Yet, even after relations with Liberal had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of mira this one did. With an unrefined and inconspicuous appearance, I had countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers, and made my way hither or thither between the borders of these neighboring nations. And though to my delight, my wallet had become increasingly laden with a bounty of monetary rewards, I had prudently changed my alias as a precautionary measure. So much, in fact, that these false names had built up into quite a list over the last few years. I've been known as Phil the Frivolous, Rooney the Trickster, and even Chris the Coward. However, Mick had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I had used for my initial job and the one I liked above all the others. Interesting. Gone without a trace, where could it be? Yesterday afternoon, the airliner Linde vanished over East Bowes airspace while en route to Roland. An exhaustive overnight search conducted by the Royal Army yielded no clues to its whereabouts, leaving all parties baffled. In response to this incident, the Army has declared all airliners' flights cancelled until further notice. Fate of Linde passengers unknown. The Liberal Orbital Ship Corporation reports that 17 were aboard the Linde at the time of its departure, including both passengers and crew. Family members of these missing persons are understandably concerned, but remain hopeful. Probabilities of accident is low, says expert. Central Factory Chief Murdoch proclaims, our orbital engines are sturdy and reliable. The chance of an engine failure is virtually nil. I do not believe an accident to have occurred. Rumors and theories abound. Was it a conspiracy perpetrated by the Royal Army and a covert mercenary force comprised of Jaegers? Perhaps it was a plot to kidnap the passengers and hold them for ransom. Some have even suggested the Linde came under attack by the last living ancient dragon. No matter what anyone may have heard, it's all just speculation at this point, as no real evidence has yet to be found. The Royal Army is investigating a possible connection between this incident and the recent burglaries in Bose. But thus far, no information on any such connection has been released. In fact, no information has been released at all due to Army regulations prohibiting the dissemination of intelligence to the general public, a policy that I'm sure we'd all like to see repealed. Crystals stolen in daring robbery. A group of unknown individuals recently broke into the Roland mayor's house to steal a septium crystal that was left in his possession. And we've picked it up. Local bracers came to the rescue, that's us, and managed to recover the stolen item, but the culprits are still at large. Thankfully, no harm came to the mayor or his family during this incident. We deeply regret that the criminals escaped, says a Ronin Bracer representative, but please know that we of the Bracer Guild did everything in our power to apprehend them and will continue to pursue pursuit for however long it may take. Touring ancient site, the Roland region in the Esmelis Tower. The Esmelis Tower lies 100 cell to the north of Roland City along the Malka Trail, and that's another quest that we did. We escorted the photographer and the journalist that wrote this piece. Its turquoise green visage is the only real landmark for as far as the eye can see. Counting as one of the 4 tetracyclic towers, its purpose is still shrouded in mystery to this day. This exciting location is as old as Libro itself, and modern research utilizing the latest orbital technology is expected to answer a few questions about this eerie structure while posing still others. Interesting stuff. And now that we're done, Bracers Guild.
おお、シェラザード。思ったよりも早く着いたな。わざわざロレントから歩いてご苦労様だったの。
ルグランジーさん、久しぶりね。もしかして私たちが来るっていう連絡があったの？
うん。先ほどアイナからな。それではそこの嬢ちゃんたちがカシウスの子供たちというわけか。
ええ、お察しの通りよ。
はじめまして、エステル・ブライトです。
ヨシュア・ブライトです。よろしくお願いします。
わしはボーズ支部を預かるルグランというじじいじゃ。お前さんたちの親父さんとはいろいろ懇意にさせてもらっておる。ルグランじいさんと呼んでくれ。
うん、ルグランじいさん。それで例の事件がどうなってるのか早速教えてくれないかな。
うん、それなんじゃが、王国軍による捜索活動は未だに続けられておるらしい。じゃが軍の情報規制によって状況が全く伝わってこないのじゃ。一般市民だけではなくギルドにも何の音沙汰なしでな。
なんでよ。軍とギルドって協力関係にあるんじゃないの？
ま、それはあくまで建前ってやつよ。実際には様々な局面で両者が対立することは多いのよね。つまり縄張り争いですね。
残念ながらその通りじゃ。しかも今回の事件に関してはモルガン将軍が絡んでいるらしい。
モルガン将軍？それは面倒な話になってきたわね。
何？そのモルガン将軍って。
10年前帝国軍の侵略を撃退した功労者として有名な人さ。歴史の教科書にも出てたはずだよ。
見事なくらい記憶にないわね。で、その有名人がどう問題なの？
聞いた話だとその将軍、大のブレーサー嫌いらしいのよ。遊撃士協会なんか必要ないって日頃から主張してるらしいわ。
むちゃくちゃなおっさんね。じゃあ何？その将軍のせいで情報が入ってこないってわけ？
それどころではない。軍が調査している地域にはブレイサーを立ち入り禁止にしおる。おかげで他の仕事にも支障をきたしておるのじゃよ。
そんな、せっかくロレントから来たのに。こうなったらその将軍と勝負して、どっちが事件を調べるか決めるしか。
何むちゃくちゃ言ってるかな。
まあそう焦るでない。実は今回の事件に関してボースの市長から依頼が来ておる。軍とは別にギルド方面でも事件を調査してほしいとのことじゃ。
あら、それは心強いわね。ボース市長の正式な依頼があれば、こちらが動く大義名分になるわ。
なるほど、渡りに船ってやつね。ルグランジーさん、私たちその依頼を受けるわ。
うん、いいじゃろう。とその前に、お前さんたちは準遊撃士じゃろう。
そうだけど。
準遊撃士とは言うなれば各支部に所属している見習いじゃ。つまりそれぞれの支部に監督されている身分なわけじゃ。そして現在のお前さんたちはロレント支部の所属になっておる。
ということは、
こちらの仕事を受けるには所属を変える必要があるんですね。
その通りじゃ。俺、この転属手続きの書類にサインはするがいい。
うん。
ここに名前を記入と。
Estelle and Joshua filled out the registration transfer forms.
よかろう。遊撃士エステル、本日1520をもって両名のボース支部所属を承認する。これでお前さんたちはボース支部所属となったわけじゃ。
ちなみに声優劇士になったら所属に関係なく仕事ができるわよ。ま、義務と責任も増えるんだけどね。
なるほど。
まだまだ半人前ってことか。
まあこれで市長の依頼をお前さんたちに任せられるわい。市長の屋敷は西口の近くにある。
了解しました。
She was already gone, by the way. Like we went
こ
there.
れで市長の依頼を、市長の屋敷は西口の。
Yeah, okay.
お疲れ様。何か依頼を。
There's two separate boards. I wonder if like there are two separate quests or if it's the same. Ravenue Monster. A ferocious monster has been sighted along the trail behind Ravenue Village. It must be sought out and exterminated ASAP. Okay. Ingredient Seeker. I'm in a bind right now as I seem to be lacking a certain cooking ingredient I regularly use for practice. Please bring tender poultry times 5 to me. Okay. A ferocious monster known as King Scorpion has been spotted roving the East Bowes Highway. We've encountered that monster. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. We couldn't even kill it. It was too strong. I have 3 tender poultry, so like I need a few more and I'd be able to do it. Both International Port. I had planned to take a trip to the Royal City, but the airliner I was supposed to be on hasn't shown up yet. Airline flights have been cancelled, and there's been no indication as to when they'll resume. I feel extremely bad for all the customers we have waiting here, to say nothing of the other landing ports. Okay.
あれ、飛行客船に乗ろうと思ってきたんだけど、一向に来る気配がないな。
So that character is going to be relevant later. I wonder where the airliner is. What's going on? Yeah, we're all wondering the same thing, bro. We mechanics have been standing by here the whole time as per the company's order. I wonder how long we'll need to keep waiting like this. Hehe, this is the perfect place for taking photos. Come on. Come on, my fair-winged airships. huh? So the West Bose Highway is where we can't go. East Bose Highway is where we came from. And the South Block, I have no idea what that is. Oh, there it is. The Orbital Factory. So I'll be running the show starting today, huh? Excellent. Now it's time to make some real money. Yeah. Yes, slot. Estelle? No. Joshua. Oh wow, I can't because they're so expensive. I guess me? I could open that one. Mines. Whoa, look at this. It takes 100 of this. Wait,